Hello and welcome to JoyNews Today. I am MFA Akosia Adati. The bulletin is live from our studios here in Kokomlemle, Accra, and on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 125. Coming up this afternoon. Electoral Commission calls off today's collation of Ablekuma North parliamentary elections as chaos break out at center. We have details. Also, agribusiness analysts want ministers designate for Agri and Trade to set up an agribusiness development authority to make business operations in the sector less stressful.
Are we able to give the sector agribusiness development and regulatory authority? When we go in there, we are able to secure our license and permit for export.
With business, sports, and showbiz, do stay for details. Many thanks for choosing us. We are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. First, the Electoral Commission has once again called off a recollection of parliamentary results from Ablekuma North. This was after party supporters from that area shattered all windows at the Electoral Commission's Greater Accra Regional Collation Center. The agitating supporters went on rampage, shattering glasses at the collation center early this morning, even before the EC could set up for the collation of the outstanding 3 polling stations. James Aveji has been speaking to some of them.
Yeah, yabaha na ekwefiye or setting serious. And I'm saying,
was she here herself?
Yeah, no, yeah, she's here. She ran to the house. She ran to the house. But in fact, the come out as I say, win in any win, a rabani win. And so win be Uncle Jupiter. And a proto. But
you know the final decision lies with the Electoral Commission. Why don't you give them the time to sort out the rest of the 3 polling stations and do the
chapa since December 7th up to now you bibia na ya akwanaba de bia ye wadmayo.
So you are supporters of which of the parties?
NDC. Yes,
I see. I mean, who is responsible for the distraction we saw there? Is it your party members?
We can't tell. We can't tell whoever. But then we are telling the EC, it's been long overdue. From 7th December.
Why?
A month and some weeks.
Why?
It's been long overdue. You see, the tension started from the billboard issue. I hope you remember the billboard issue with Irabna and then a free. Anywhere Irabna mounts her billboard, that is where this woman will also go and mount her billboard. Meanwhile, she's claiming she's been an MP before. So what happened?
I was told by someone that the distraction was caused by your party members. Is it true?
Unless we will leave the police to investigate that. You get it? The police should investigate.
But is it something you support to put pressure on the EC to declare?
This is what happens. I think EC is ready for this. That is why they've been.
So you support the distraction?
Whether I support or not, this is what EC wants. Yes. And then this is what they are getting. Because work has already started. MPs are working. What happens to Ablekuma North? Who is representing us? There are people there. We voted. We all voted. And then we voted for Rabna Obin. We are paying taxes. So why is EC supporting a particular candidate? Why is EC supporting the NPP candidate? Why? For a reason.
You feel they are supporting the NPP?
We don't feel. We know. We know. We have evidence. We have evidence. You see, the funny thing is, we know AKFES people, and then they have congratulated us. They have congratulated us from 10th December. They've congratulated. They know that we've won the election.
But is your PC around?
Yes.
No, we don't have a PC. We have an MP. Irabna Obin, Honorable Irabna Obin.
She's around?
I don't know whether she's around.
Okay. All right.
I can't really tell.
Okay. And so some of the NDC supporters here waiting for the EC to come, continue the process and do the declaration of the final result. From their part of the story, as far as they are concerned, Irabna is winner. But we see how that proceeding the course of the day as the EC would arrive to take charge of the final process. And so that has been the situation this morning at the EC's Regional Coalition Center here.
Well, James Abaji is still there. At some point, if there's any new development, we shall bring it to you, our beloved audience. Now, away from the Electoral Commission, 209 candidates will be vetted for the Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executive positions in the Northern Region. The Stangnarigu District has the highest applicants with 24 people, followed by the Tamale Metropolitan as well with 16 candidates, while Tatale has the least with 7 candidates. However, 25 women are vying for the positions, while former members of parliament for Kumbungu, Willensi and Tolon are among the candidates.
The 7-member vetting committee is expected to vet 209 people who have put in their application for the position of a Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executives in the Northern Region. Speaking to Joy News, the Northern Regional Organizer of the NDC, Baba J, said 209 people are seeking to be picked for these positions, adding that the 7-member vetting committee will start on the 18th and end on the 21st of January.
We have 16 districts, and the total number of applicants for these 16 districts sum up to 209 applicants. The highest is Stangnarigu district with a total number of 24 applicants. Metro have 16, Tolon also have 16.
And the list?
And the list is Tatale Sangule with 7 applicants. We will start on the this Saturday. Saturday will be on the 19th. We'll start on 19th through to 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
He said enough security arrangements have been put in place to ensure a smooth process.
We want to issue to all aspirants accreditation card, and we'll give each aspirant 2 additional accreditation. Said that when they are coming, we'll be able to screen and know those who are allowed in and those who are not allowed in. Like I said earlier on, the thing is going to be at RCC, the Northern Regional Coordinating Council. So we will make sure that those who get in are those that who are supposed to get in are those that will be allowed in. You know that the Regional Coordinating Council is a security zone, and 24 hours we have our military men mounting the gate. So we intend to also use them a lot to ensure that the whole process starts very well and ends very well.
And in the Ashanti region, the National Democratic Congress, NDC, is in the process of vetting more than 300 people aspiring for Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executive positions in the Ashanti region. The 3-day process is structured to cover all 43 local assemblies in the region. Today, aspirants for more than 11 MMDCEs, including the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, are expected to go through the process. Nana Bwachi Yadom is at the NDC Regional Party Office and joins us live. Nana, how has the process been so far?
Seeking to be MMDCEs are expected to undergo vetting. The process started yesterday, the 16th of January, with over 88 aspirants vetted so far. This morning, the party is expecting some 11 district assemblies, aspirants from these 11 district assemblies to participate in the process. It's been a busy place, just as I said earlier. You can see that a number of aspirants are in to undergo the process. As I speak to you, the vetting committee have sat down expecting to vet all the aspirants who have been scheduled to take their vetting process today. And so that is what is happening at the NDC head office here in the Ashanti region. Across all 43 assemblies, we're expecting over 300 aspirants to be vetted today. And so they are all coming in. Those who've scheduled to take their process today are here to take it. Those who came in yesterday went through a successful vetting. 88 of them were vetted. And also tomorrow, we're expecting another batch to be vetted. The party would break and then prepare for the arrival of the President, John Dramani Mahama, who is going to be in the Ashanti region on Sunday to participate in the Akwesi Day Festival with the Asante Otumfuo to the second, and later resume on Monday to continue with the process. Today, people from aspirants from the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly itself, that's the KMA, would also be vetted. I have an aspirant here with me. He would be going through the vetting process today. I mean, how prepared are you for the process, and from which assembly are you coming from?
Okay. Good morning to your cherished viewers. I am Evans Amuchumesi from Efija Setre East Constituency, Agona and its enclaves. Yes, I'm well prepared. I was the parliamentary candidate for the just ended elections. So we're in here to fight the cause of becoming the municipal chief executive. You know, politics is more or less a going concern concept. I'm saying it this way because in as much as I've presented myself for 2024 elections and I was able to make history out of the just ended elections. I'm saying history because the very votes I had in the history of Efija Setre East constituency, there has not been any of such. In order for us to fight and fight well, I need to present myself so as to serve my people in order for them to know the good things in me. Throughout my campaign tour, I had a lot of promises I made to them. In order to fulfill all these promises, going to the said position will help me gather myself and do well for my people.
In your assembly, how do you intend to contribute to the success of the administration of John Dramani Mahama?
Oh, yes. When we check that of Efija Setre East constituency, we added massive votes to what President John Dramani Mahama had. And as a result, that brought about the massive win that we had. In order to make life meaningful or bearable for our people, we decided to do a lot of stuff through our manifestos and other stuff. It is a farming community with which President Mahama's manifesto is more or less about we, those in the villages and rural areas, being able to catch up with the farming things that we do. He's going to support us through the Agri minister and a lot of stuff. For the youth who are into farming at the various constituencies, will be able to do something better.
Thank you very much, and we're wishing you all the best as you go through the vetting. And also,
And so it's a 3 days process, but by the close of today, we'll get to know the number of persons that made it through the vetting. And away from that, students in some senior high schools in the Ashanti region are reporting reduced portions in their daily meals, signaling a cautious approach to food management amid shortages. Despite President John Mahama's directive for the immediate distribution of stored food to alleviate the crisis, some schools are yet to access supplies. Clinton Yeboah has been speaking to some students and he joins us with details. Now, Clinton, tell me, what is it really like when they say that the portions have reduced? Can you please unmute? Clinton, if you can hear me, let us understand what they mean by the portions have reduced.
What they mean is that it is something that they themselves would say if they did not eat or did not go at all is better. They are comparing it to if they did not receive food at all, because they feel compared to what they were supposed to be given and what they have been receiving from previous terms, it's relatively very, very small.
Well, initially they said that the meals were quite unbalanced. At least, is it small and balanced, or now it's even smaller and still unbalanced?
Sorry, I'm not sure I got the question.
And so initially, the concern was that the meals served were not quite balanced, and then now we're concerned about the size. Is it that at least now it is balanced, but the portions have reduced?
Exactly that. The authorities have engaged, say that although they cannot confirm receipt of the supplies that they expected to give. But compared to last term or last year, where they had specific meal for almost a day and also almost over a week, this time around, they are receiving, the students, I mean, according to students, they are receiving the foods that they are supposed to give, they are supposed to receive. So they get the food they are supposed to receive for breakfast, lunch, and supper. However, the size has been reduced as compared to the previous term where they were made to eat specific meal for breakfast, lunch, and also supper.
Well, can you confirm whether or not the distribution that is underway, schools in the Ashanti region have received theirs so far?
Well, for the schools that I engaged, the schools that I told, they cannot confirm receipt of receiving these food supplies.
Okay. Thank you so much, Clinton Yeboah. Thank you. Now, moving away from that, Chief Executive of Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana is asking ministers designate for Agri and Trade to establish an agribusiness and development authority to make business operations in the sector less stressful. He's been reacting to the appointment of Eric Opoku and Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare as ministers designate for those sectors.
A very robust data, both private sector and government and development partners can work with. 2, we in the private sector are saying that we ply our trade with several ministries, okay? So Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Ministry of Local Government, Ministry of Environment. Look, we ply our trade among about Ministry of Finance. Look, a lot. What we're saying is that, are we able to give the sector Agribusiness Development and Regulatory Authority? When we go in there, we are able to secure our license and permit for export. We are able to secure our Food and Drugs and Standards Authority certifications. We are able to secure our business operating permit, which we normally get from local government. Okay. We are able to secure all the needed things from one stop, because the time, the cost, and the long bureaucracy in securing some of this also takes dire consequences on some of the. In fact, we're talking about over.
Well, in the Volta region, 2 persons have been arrested by the police in Kove in the Akachi North District in connection with a suspected ritual murder. Jage William and his accomplice, Agbemenyo Yao, were alleged to have shot dead one Agbojo Kono and removed his vital organs. Fred Kwame Asare was at the crime scene and comes to you with this report.
On Friday, 10th January 2025, after he had left to cut firewood for charcoal. A 3-day search by community members was unsuccessful. Unknown to family members, Agboji met his untimely death on that fateful day. According to his girlfriend, while having lunch, Jage William, who is his ex-husband, appeared with his accomplice, Agbenyo Yao, and shot Agboji in the face. She narrated that the culprits allowed her to leave the scene after agreeing to keep a tight lip on the incident. She fled the community thereafter, but returned at the request of the police and narrated the ordeal, leading to the arrest of the suspects. The mystery is what could have led the suspect to shoot and kill Agboji in the presence of his ex-wife. The suspect was reported to have threatened to take the life of the deceased, who was his political opponent and dating his ex-wife. Others suspect ritual killing, as the victim's head, penis, testicles, heart, and other organs were removed and hidden elsewhere.
The same person, Achicho Jagea, Uno Miapa police station chairman threatened by Youga. So after the election day, 7th December, the family of Agboji, Ahiyabova, Agadi, I feel Vadako.
Yeah.
Because of the threat.
Okay.
So Anyamado Miabo, Michuba election anyway. After the election, Miss Pedban Yuraka Avajo. What the Tala Amakukwanga Belekana Queen? What the Paji?
Well, rather unfortunate story there. But Fred has joined us. Fred, give us an update. So they say that some parts of the body was hidden somewhere else. Did they find those parts as well?
Yes, so when the wife of the deceased came back and then narrated the incident, which led to the arrest of 2 suspects, they led the police and then other community members where they had hidden the penis and then other vital organs that they moved. So these items or the parts of the body have been added to the body itself and then taken to the St. Anthony's Hospital in Georgia, where there is a mark there to the body and then the head and other parts of the body or other organs that were removed have all been deposited there. They are waiting autopsy. What the family was told was that the parts and then the body itself would have to be moved to Accra for further investigation to reach the family members agreed to, because they wanted this to be done fast so that they can release the body to them for early burial. And then there's also another twist to this whole thing. I am learning that this morning when the assembly member and then some family members went to the police station to participate in an interview with the suspect, the assembly member was recording the suspect while he was narrating the incident. The police got to know about this and then arrested the assembly member for unlawful recording, and then currently he is also behind bars for that act. The suspects have not been charged yet, I'm told. Neither have they been arraigned before court. But then they are assisting the police in investigation to ensure that the mystery surrounding this whole incident is unraveled.
It really then remains a mystery. Quickly before I let you go, in the footage, it shows that persons who were at the crime scene were trying to prevent a sudden stench. This would mean that he had been dead for how many days?
Okay, so he went missing on Friday.
Right.
So on Friday, in the evening there, about news broke that he went missing. So they informed the chiefs. And then on Monday morning, they began a search for him. What or the information I gathered was that they recovered the body somewhere Tuesday. That was when the woman came back, helped the police in investigation, and then led to the arrest of the suspect, and then also leading to the retrieval of the corpse in the bush. So they killed him, took off his head, cut his stomach open, took some organs, the heart as well, and then the private part, the penis and testicles, and then hid him in the bush somewhere. So during the search, interestingly, one of the culprits, that is the accomplice, was part of the residents who were going around the bushes looking for Agboji, but then he never told them that he was part of the people who killed Agboji. Neither did he direct them to go to where they would be able to find the body. But then he was leading them to other places that they would not find their body. So it took them about 3 or 4 days to discover the corpse of Agboji.
Well, Fred, thank you so much for bringing us that report. Now, let's move to the OT region, where 4 persons have been confirmed dead, including children, in the renewed Inquanta South conflict. There have been sporadic gunshots over the past couple of days, but it's unclear what has triggered the renewal of the disturbances in the area. The Inquanta South municipality has also been under curfew for over a year now. Correspondent Peter Senu joins us with more. Peter, what really has triggered this again? Peter, would you be kind to unmute?
Yeah, on Monday, we were told that there was a burial at the cemetery, and after everything was getting done, there was this unknown person with some gunshots around the cemetery. And so that was the genesis of the recent development. And we also know that, okay, Tuesday, nothing much was seen and heard of the recent development. But on Wednesday, we are told that as of 11 p.m., there was serious gunshots throughout the night until Thursday. That was yesterday's dawn. And a lot of houses and properties were destroyed. Houses were burnt, properties destroyed, again, in Inquanta South municipality. In fact, as of yesterday, 5 p.m., Personally, I have received distress calls from residents in there, and then relations who relatives are in the Nkwanta South to enable us intervene with the current development. And we can confirm now, as we've mentioned, that 4 persons have been confirmed dead, and the police currently is searching the various homes and then touched houses to see the extent of damage within the municipality.
Have there been any arrests at all?
Well, as of now, there hasn't been any arrest with the recent development. In fact, I've also been checking with my police sources, and they say they are on top of their issue. But the residents who have reached out to me have also expressed concern over the laxity, the relaxed nature of security in the area, and that they would want reinforcement to be sent to the area to bring the situation under control.
Will you say that the curfew is helping in any way?
Well, it looks like it helped. It helped until Monday when all this started, because previously people went about their normal duties until just Monday. So it was helping. Maybe what authorities would have to consider now is the time, whether to restrict the movement is now, I think, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Okay. So maybe they would have to review the time backwards to see how it helped improve the security in the area.
All right. Thank you so much, Peter Senu. Thank you. Now, some traders at the Tano Boase toll booth in the Tichima North District of the Bono East region are appealing to John Dramani Maham's administration to fast-track the reintroduction of the road toll system to revive their economic activities. The traders, whose jobs were heavily affected due to the closure of the polls, say the road tolls, when reopened, will help them survive the current economic downturn. Anna Sabit has more in this report.
Toll booths across the country were closed under the erstwhile Nana Addo administration by the Roads Ministry to pave way for the reintroduction of the e-levy. In recent times, there have been calls, several calls by traders across these various toll booths for authorities to reintroduce the toll system. These traders who have over the years been saying that the closure of the tolls is hindering or affecting their business or their economic activities. Well, there have been hints, even with the erstwhile administration, that the toll system will be reintroduced. This afternoon, we are back here at the town of Boase toll booth, where these traders here are calling on the new administration headed by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to swiftly reopen these road tolls to pave way for their economic activities to thrive. Former President Nana Addo collapsed our businesses. Now, plantain and cassava go dry because there are no buyers. This is our only job that takes care of our families. So we are appealing to His Excellency John Mahama to open the road tolls so that our businesses will thrive again. Our major challenge is that we don't have buyers now due to the closure of the tolls, so we are appealing for it to be opened. We will be happy if they open the toll booths for us. We usually run at loss now because the vehicles don't stop anymore to buy from us. So we are appealing to the President to come to our aid. Since morning, I made a sale of only 20 Ghana cedis because there are no buyers. So we beg the President to come to our aid. Contrary to claims that the toll system compounds the economic woes of drivers, some of these drivers we came across say the amount charged is for the betterment of the roads and its maintenance. Osman Mohammed is one of them. No driver is affected by the small amounts we pay at the toll booths. Even at the stations, we pay 2 Ghana cedis for tickets, and so when we pay, these monies are used for our own benefits and its growth.
Well, back here in Accra, commuters on the Malam La Paz stretch are asking authorities to fix loose asphalt on the expansion joint on the Malam Interchange. The drivers say these seeming potholes have exposed metallic joints, forcing them to slam their brakes or navigate carefully to avoid damage to their vehicles. They say the situation not only threatens their safety, but also puts a strain on their wallets. Michael Ashale was at the scene and has filed this report.
A driver slams his brakes just in time to avoid what looks like a pothole on the freshly asphalted Malam overpass. It's not a pothole, it's an exposed expansion joint. The constant flexing of the joint has eroded the asphalt, leaving the metallic surface bare and worn. Now, a hazard disguised as a pothole, it forces drivers to sacrifice speed to save their vehicles. For Kofi Same, driving a massive 6x2 tractor head with a 4-axle semi-trailer, it's more than just an inconvenience. It's bad news. I was heading from Tama to Takrade. We took our time to navigate all the potholes. But after descending the overpass, I realized my shaft was broken. The container owner keeps calling, but we have to fix it first. We have already spent over 1,200 cedis on the shaft, excluding workmanship. 1,500 and a workmanship. Sami isn't alone. Drivers using that stretch of the highway are frustrated, as the situation often leaves them with costly repairs at the fitting shop. My spring could break and my tire could puncture. It's not good. Part of my vehicle losing after using the interchange, and even after fixing, it happens again.
You're watching Joy News Today. We go for a quick break. We'll be back with business. Please stay.
Good afternoon. Welcome to business here on Joy News Today. My name is Winston Taki, and now to our first business story. Magdan Aviation has expressed hope it will resume operations in the coming days following the conclusion of a debt payment plan with the Ghana Airport Company Limited after shutdown. Speaking on PM Express on the Joy News channel, CEO of Magdan Group, Kweku Apromfi, said an agreement has been reached on the actual debt, which will be settled soon to commence operations.
The airport company, I think I shared with your outfit that the cardinal issue that we had was that there were several transactions that several companies had done with Ghana Airport Company, and they had all been bundled into one issue, and we needed them to separate the two issues, all the issues, so we could focus. So they finally agreed to that. We've been in negotiations and dialogue with them all these days. They finally agreed to that. We've gone ahead and done some reconciliation. There were some numbers that weren't fully accurate. We've gone ahead and done all those reconciliations. So we're done now. Hopefully in the next day or two, we should receive the final bill from them that focuses just on the terminal. I'm hopeful by the end of this week, we should be back.
Certain about that, or maybe?
Pretty certain. Pretty certain. As I said, we've concluded on the negotiation, on agreeing on how to pretty much structure the transaction. We've also agreed on what the records are, and whatever we didn't feel was needed to be included has been excluded as well. So now we've agreed on the actual figure. Right. So we're going to go ahead and make that payment. Okay.
That's all for business here on JoyNews Today. My name is Winston Taki. We have more business update for you at 1 p.m. on the Marketplace, where we bring you the Joy Business Advisory Series. My name is Winston Taki. Up next is Sports and Showbiz.
Hello there, good afternoon. Welcome to the Showbiz segment with me, Jacqueline and Sumai Hebwa. To our first story, the rap beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar has taken a legal twist. Well, Drake is now suing Universal Music Group for defamation and harassment over its release of the explosive diss track, Not Like Us. Well, this track, which added a serious hit to their ongoing feud, made shocking claims about Drake. He's not letting it slide. We have more in the following report.
In court papers filed in New York, Drake accuses Universal Music Group of launching a calculated campaign to make Not Like Us a viral sensation despite its false and dangerous allegations. The track released last year included a fairy claim that Drake and his crew were certified pedophiles, a line that sparked outrage and a flurry of online debates. Drake's legal team argues that UMG not only promoted these allegations but monetized them, creating what they call a false narrative for profit. Universal has yet to comment on the lawsuit, but this legal move comes hot on the heels of Drake withdrawing a separate case against UMG and Spotify. That case alleged the companies conspired to artificially boost streams of the controversial track at the expense of his own music. While Not Like Us was seen as the knockout punch in the Drake-Lamar feud, the legal battle isn't aimed at Lamar himself. Drake's lawyers have clarified that this is strictly about UMG's role in promoting and exploiting false claims for commercial gain. With Grammy nominations, a Super Bowl halftime show for Kendrick, and now this lawsuit, the rap world is buzzing louder than ever. But for Drake, this is more than just a diss. It's about clearing his name. Jacqueline and Sumaya Boy's report, read to you.
Well, in response to this, Universal Music Group, which has been Drake's label for more than a decade, responded to the suit and said, not only are these claims untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any artist, let alone Drake, is illogical. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal financial success. And that is according to Universal Music Group. Well, away from that story, there's a new star boy shining bright. Nigerian singer Ayodeji Balogun, aka Wizkid, has been crowned Africa's Spotify king, raking in a jaw-dropping $1 million in monthly earnings. Well, the global music platform, which tracks artist streams and payouts, revealed that this milestone through chart masters is placing Wizkid at the forefront of Africa's music industry.
Music starts platform Chartmasters spill the tea on global Spotify paychecks, and Wizkid isn't just topping African charts, he's bagging big bucks too. The list of Africa's top earners is heavy on Nigerian stars, with only South Africa's Tyler making a cutesy cameo. Globally, Taylor Swift and Drake remain Spotify's top earners, cashing in over $7.7 million each. But hey, Wizkid has proved that Afrobeats isn't just an escape, it's a gold mine.
Oh, your man shot for that day. If you cross my lane, no, you're back to the mat. Open and
From Ed Sheeran rapping in Chi to Stormzy riding Ghanaian drill beat, Ghanaian artists have been hitting the global stage very hard. But here's the question, are they leading the way or just being used as a tool, as a cool factor in these big collaborations? Let's explore more in the following report.
Ghana
Ghana's music scene has seen some major global movements, and these international features are proof of the magic that happens when local and global talents collide. First up, Fuse ODG's Bwami featuring Ed Sheeran and Moogies. Ed stole the show rapping fluently in Tree. Talk about crossing borders in style. And there's Sorry Remix. UK grime heavyweight Stormzy joined the Outtog and Kwesi Arthur to elevate the Ghanaian drill anthem into a global banger. Kodia has also been a leader in this space. On round 2, his Tree verses merged seamlessly with Giggs' London style. And on layaway with British Ghanaian rapper Sway, Sax cemented his status as a trailblazer. Let's not forget Jackie's Scar with UK rapper JB, showing the versatility and reach of Ghanaian music. But here's what these collabs highlight. Ghanaian music is undeniably on the rise, but are our artists being celebrated as equals or simply adding flavor to international hits? It's a tricky balance, but one thing's clear, Ghanaian artists are here to stay. So, what's your take? Leading or leaning? Jacqueline and Sumaya Boy's report, read to you.
For the Showbiz segments with me, Jacqueline and Sumaya. Well, for more entertainment stories, you can log on to myjoyonline.com.
Yes, Jacqueline and Sumaya.
Yes.
Which one of these collaborations is your favorite? Nobody's going to shoot you down for telling us. Which one? Tell me.
You know the first song, Bwami. I think it was great to see Ed Sheeran singing Chi word to word. Which I believe a lot of people, a lot of people in Ghana, when they travel, they're like, oh, they can't speak. But he was speaking Chi word to word.
That's my
I love
pick as
that
well.
collab. Yeah.
Very great choice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I've got one other story for you before I wrap the bulletin. So President Mahama is calling for an enhanced Ghana-Mali cooperation on the Sahel security, stressing the need for joint efforts to combat insurgency and terrorism. Speaking at a news conference after a closed-door meeting with Malian Prime Minister Abdoulaye Maiga, who was in Accra to deliver a special message from Malian President Assimi Goïta. Mr. Mahama stressed the importance of ensuring peace and promoting trade between the two nations.
We live in
Bye-bye.
present day, and we recognize the relationships that we have and how we must work closer together. We note what is happening in the geopolitics of our sub-region and the unfortunate situation that is unfolding in the Sahel. It is not anything that is new, but it continues to become more grave than it was in the past. And I'm talking about the issue of insurgency and terrorism. And as I told Mr. Prime Minister, in Ghana we have a proverb that if your neighbor's house is on fire, you must assist him to quench it. Otherwise, when it finishes burning down his house, it will spread to yours. And so our security is a common objective, and we must work with each other to make sure that our sub-region is safe. We have noted the sovereign decisions of not only Mali, but Burkina Faso and Niger to form a separate confederation. But despite that, God put us together in this sub-region for a purpose. And so we continue to intermarry, we continue to trade, we continue to have relationships that go beyond our individual countries. And so we must recognize those. And despite the temporary setback that we're facing, we must continue to keep our relationships strong. And I believe that eventually would be able to integrate ourselves again as one body. And so Ghana continues to remain neighbor and in strong solidarity with Mali. There's a significant Malian population that has lived in Ghana for many centuries, and we continue to make sure that that community is safe and contributing its quota to the economic progress of Ghana. We also have a significant transit trade between Mali and Ghana, and I assured the Prime Minister to tell my brother, the President, that we will continue to work to make sure that there's free flow of trade and free movement of people between our countries. I thanked him for sending the very powerful delegation to the inauguration.
For today's bulletin, many thanks for really choosing us. But for more news, though, do log on to myjoyonline.com. And our top story today will be EC calls of today's collation for AUM North again over disturbances. And there are many more stories as well. You find that don't backtrack. Honor your promise of assenting to anti-gay bill in Team Fojo to Mahama, the former Deputy Minister for Education. Many thanks for choosing us.